Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the War Room. It's been a while since I did a video, and today I'm going to showcase Twilight Struggle. So any of you guys who've ever played Twilight Struggle, then you know this game very well. Those of you who haven't, I'll just do like a quick video here just to showcase it. I'm thinking about doing a full playthrough one of these days, but only if you guys are interested. So let me know if you're interested. This is an older game. It's been around for a while. I do have the physical copy at home. It's very difficult to get to the table because it's a two-player game that's like 2 to 3 hours on average gameplay, excuse me. Drinking my coffee here. And the game is set in the Cold War. Alright, and the objective of this game is to, well, there's a couple of things you can do. Obviously, the objective is to win, but there's several ways you can win. If you get to 20 victory points, and there's only one victory point marker, so it's like a tug of war. Whoever gets to 20 victory points first will win the game. And if you, or when the game ends after round 7 or 8, that is, whoever's got the most victory points will win. All right. Whoever sets off the nuclear war loses, and that could happen anytime. There's a lot of crazy stuff in this game that will do that to you. And then finally, if you control Europe, okay, in other words, if you have the most influence and control all of Europe at some point, you'll end the game as well and win. So there's a couple of ways to win this game. This game is very technical. I would say it is a good complexity. So if you've never played it before, then this game will be a little bit of a challenge if you don't understand games like Twilight Struggle. There's a game called 13 Days, a Cuban Missile Crisis. It's a great little introductory to Twilight Struggle. It's not the same, but it's a good way of kind of getting into that, like Take That and, you know, card play games where you get cards and you play them against each other. And I'll explain what that means here right now. You get these cards. You got early war, mid-war, late war, and these cards are eventually all these cards will be put into one deck. But you start with the early war, and so here you got Vietnam revolts. Here, let's do a couple here. Let me get a couple of. Here's a good example. Here. 3 perfect examples right here. So these are the cards that you get. Players will get, like, it changes. The deck hand changes. I think you start with 7 in the first, and then it gets to like to be 8 or 9 cards in your hand. Anyway, you got USSR cards, you got US cards, and you've got like in-between cards for both players. And these cards can be played for a couple of ways. You can either use the number up here as an influence point, so you can place influence into these different countries. You know, you can put like your influence there and own it. Or you could play the event. And these events all have special little things that will help either the Russians, for example, Vietnam Revolts, that's a Russian card, it'll help Russia. And then you got things like the US-Japan Mutual Defense Pact, which helps the US. And then you got them, like I said, in between, and either player could play this, it doesn't hurt the other player. The problem is in this game is when you're dealt these cards, you may have, if you're playing as the US, you may have a bunch of Russian cards, or vice versa. You might be Russia, and you have a bunch of US cards, right? And the problem is you have to play these cards at some point. And unfortunately, the effect of the card helps your other opponent. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a counterintuitive game because you're thinking, well, I don't want to help my opponent, but in some cases, that could be a very good thing because then you're removing these cards from the game. Some of these cards are removed from the game forever by doing that, and at least if you play it on your time, it could be very helpful to you in the long run. So, for example, Vietnam Revolts, it says down here you remove from play if it's used as an event. So if I'm a US, I may want to use this as soon as possible. I may not get the event, but I'll get 2 influence somewhere. And then this is gone. I get the effects done and gone as soon as possible. So it might be a good thing to get rid of this card as soon as possible. And if I play the full game, you'll have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. But basically, it's a card management game where you have to manage the card in your hand, and you have to determine when to play these cards. And that's basically what Twilight Struggle is. It's the Cold War, man. You know, there's no fighting in this game, is there? Well, I've actually had more physical fights over this game than anything else. So yes, there are wars going on, but not necessarily in the world. You got your space track. You get to move your space track up, and you get special little bonuses for each little track you go up to. Here's your turn marker. All right, things like that. All in all, this is a really good game. I do like this game. It's hard to play it physically with someone in the room. Like I said, it's a long game, but on Tabletop Simulator or I have the digital version, which is I think that's going to be the one I'll play when I do the full gameplay. If you guys want it, it's a good game. It's a really good strategic game. It is complex. So I hope this kind of helps you guys to see something new. If you've never seen Twilight Struggle before, if you want to see Twilight Struggle played, please let me know. I want to put out videos that only you guys would enjoy. Thanks.